Under the cherry-blossomed haze of Mount Song, two silhouettes faced each other in dramatic stillness. A light breeze stirred the leaves of an ancient tree, the only witness to an impending clash of titans. Both men stood in a quiet courtyard, surrounded by stone lanterns flickering faintly in the twilight. The ground beneath them was worn smooth by countless years of practice, a sacred cradle for the martial arts. The first silhouette shifted slightly. His stance mimicked the poised elegance of a praying mantis, his hands raised before him like pincers. Every movement was calculated, deliberate, an homage to the tiny yet ferocious insect that inspired his style. Master Jing, the Shaolin praying mantis prodigy, was known for the ferocity of his strikes, the precision of his feints, and above all, his philosophy. Patience devours power. Control reigns supreme. Opposite him stood Master Wei, the legendary practitioner of Snake Fist. His arms hung low and loose at his sides, his fingers barely flexed, twitching with serpent-like readiness. The Snake Fist was a deceptive art, built on fluidity, speed, and lethal accuracy, a venomous dance with no wasted motion. Master Wei was everything the snake embodied, unpredictable, elusive, and deadly. His philosophy was simple, yet profound. The coil holds death. Strike only when sure. The two masters had never met until today. Neither spoke. Words meant nothing in the presence of greatness. Their match wasn't born of animosity or rivalry, but of curiosity. Two visions of combat colliding to discover who stood supreme, if only for tonight. The gong hadn't yet rung. Master Jing observed Wei's stance with a hawk-like intensity. The relaxed posture belied danger, an unsettling quiet, a serpent ready to strike if threatened. Jing grinned inwardly. His style thrived against the reactive. Waiting for Wei to strike first would force the Snake Master's hand, leaving openings for counterattacks. Yes, Jing would bait him, slowly, surgically. Master Wei, meanwhile, observed Jing as if he were reading a scroll. The praying mantis was terrifying for its aggressive precision, but it was linear, sharp angles, clean strikes. Wei, being fluid, knew that he could lure Jing into overcommitting. Every mantis strike was an invitation to coil, to entangle, to suffocate the flow of movement. Yes, patience would be his weapon tonight. Finally, the gong rang. The men moved. At first, it was an elegant dance of feints and footwork. Jing shifted forward, his arms darting out like vicious pincers, testing Wei's defenses. Snake Fist was quicker than Mantis, but Jing leaned back just in time to evade Wei's first retaliatory jab. Wei seemed to retreat ever so slightly, a deception, of course, but Jing didn't chase the bait. Not yet. Their mutual strategies revealed themselves in their movements. Jing's attacks alternated between high and low, strikes aimed at the throat, torso, and knees, all executed at unpredictable intervals. They were not meant to hit, but to measure Wei's ability to dodge with snake-like fluidity. And Wei dodged each strike, his movements akin to water rippling across stone. His counters were so subtle that they nearly looked accidental. Yet Jing felt the bite rising in every narrowly avoided rush. Wei wasn't just dodging, he was shrinking the gaps between them. And then came the first true clash. Jing lunged forward, a slicing mantis strike aimed at Wei's ribs. Wei didn't dodge. Instead, the Snake Master pivoted and coiled his arm around Jing's wrist mid-strike. The motion was mesmerizing. It was as though Wei had used Jing's own power against him, wrapping him into a trap he couldn't escape. Snake Fist wasn't just fast, It was suffocating. But Jing wasn't done. In a movement so quick it was nearly imperceptible, Jing rolled his wrist inward, breaking free from the snake's coil, and pivoting his opposite arm into Wei's ribs with a short, percussive jab. The sharp knock echoed through the courtyard, a reminder that Mantis pincers didn't only faint, they crushed. Wei staggered, but didn't fall. He hissed under his breath, a snake disturbed. For the first time, Jing saw the flicker of irritation in his opponent's face. The dance increased in tempo. They fought as though time had no meaning. Jing's composed offensive clashed with Wei's unpredictable counterattacks. Jing swept low. Wei slithered above, countering with a jab towards Jing's temple. Jing ducked, transitioning to a double pincer at Wei's throat. Suddenly, Wei coiled around Jing's attack, his arms winding like vines, snake versus mantis, locked in combat. Both masters froze briefly in their positions, faces inches apart, sweat dripping into the dirt below.
We are matched.
Jing stared at him, then laughed, a genuine deep laugh. Perhaps. They broke apart and straightened. There was no final strike, no decisive victor. Instead, both men offered deep, mutual bows, their respect unshaken. Master Wei and Master Jing understood that greatness was measured neither in victory nor defeat, but in the journey itself. Under the glimmer of the moonlight, the two silhouettes melted into the night, leaving the ancient courtyard silent once more.